I'm Chemda.
They're Keith and Chemda. I'm a 47-year-old gay man. You, of course, can write to info@katg.com. They go straight to the kid. I'm the kid. 47-year-old gay man says, I give 37,000 shits about this email. I like to know you care. And I've been listening to every show you've ever done on your outstanding podcast. That's a lot of shows. I felt
That's
the need
actually
to...
how I like people to listen to it, to all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt the need to email because I keep hearing on the show, we know 50% of this country is racist and blank phobic because we know how they vote. End quote. Well, it's interesting, a quote, but yeah, I've definitely said that kind of thing. Yes. 50% or whatever, 50% of Americans believe the opposite of what you believe in, it seems. I want to remind you both, about 50% of people in this country, they don't vote. So it might not be as bad out there as you want to portray it and say such things.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just got over the Dalai Lama and Pokey. Come on. More accurately said, Pokey's wiping his brow. He's like, oh, thank God. Pokey wrote this. He's like, not Pokey. More accurately said, we know, quote, we know how 1/4 of this country votes. I hope this doesn't sound nitpicky. I only wish that all people in media would stop saying that 50% of the country is this or that. Hope this amazing show continues forever. Brian.
Brian, first of all, I'm also a 47-year-old gay man. No, I really just wanted to associate. As soon as I hear my age, I'm like, yes. And then I wonder if that's what it's like for you people to hear your name on a show. Like the main character's name is Keith. And you're like, yeah, it is. Like I never had that. Never had a keychain, never had anything. So when someone writes in and they're exactly my age, I'm there with you.
Yes,
now,
it is like that. It is like that.
Is it really? Because I imagine
it feels good.
it to be.
I'm sorry. It feels good.
Right. I mean, unfortunately, with your name, people have a lot of beef about that. When your name seems to come up, specifically Keith, they're like, yeah, of course, that's the worst name. Of course, like, who's the worst person? It's Keith. It's very interesting how
there's
it
only
shows
three. There's 3 Keiths in the whole wide world. So when we fuck up, we really represent Keiths. You know?
Yeah, it's really more Kevins that are more out there.
You're a Mike. You
anyway.
can do whatever Mikes can do whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
Notice
right.
that.
Yeah,
well,
but I digress, of course. 50% vote, okay. Now, if 50% vote and you're agreeing that 50% of those are racist, that's representation, right? Number 2, if I can't freely drive my ass with Xerxes around this country to 50% of the land in this country, then you have to understand that it's a little more fucked up than you think.
It's very naive what you're thinking, Brian, because first of all, you made up these facts now. So you're making up.
It's getting heated.
Yeah, I got to take off my shirt. You're making up how people would vote if they did vote. Doesn't it make more sense to assume that there would just be more of the same that aren't voting? There'd be some people on what you would call the bad side, some people on the good side. Why wouldn't you assume those would even out? It's almost like my polls. When we put up a poll on the Keith and the Girl forums. If it's a ridiculous poll, like just having fun, something frivolous, it's always 50-50. Why is that? I don't know. It is. And I think that's related to what's going on here.
Now, let's say you're a gay man, right? Like, can you just go say that you're gay or be gay around this country 50% around in front of more than 50% of the people? I don't think so. I don't think it's safe to be black around more than 50% of the people. I don't think it's safe to be trans around more than 50% of the US. Okay, more than 50% of my family is not going to be cool with half of that shit.
Right. Well, whenever you have, and you ever notice this, if you know 2 or 3 things about somebody politically, you probably figured it all out. It really, who cares if it's not that simple? But I do think that it is. If you are pro-abortion or pro-choice, you're probably for free healthcare. You're probably fine with laws protecting trans rights. If you're anti-vax, you're probably anti-trans. You're probably closer to a flatter Earth idea. You probably do believe there's all this major voter fraud. You probably think Democrats are eating babies when you're not looking. These things do seem to go together, don't they? Even in people that you know in your own personal life. You're
They
usually not,
do,
I
but
got to say I'm anti-vax, but I'm pro-healthcare. You don't see that too much.
the only line that gets crossed with like, oh, how are you a black gay Republican is the finance divide. So
Right.
if you're making more money, you might vote more conservatively because they're voting more for you paying less. So I think that's when you get the crossovers, the what? How are you voting?
You went on a pizza excursion the other day. You went to Connecticut. What side of the 50% did that they seem to be on? No, you don't know. You don't know where people are coming from. You know.
Well, Connecticut is very foreign to me, even though when I did kids parties, I would go to Connecticut a lot, but I would go to Greenwich, Connecticut. Very, very wealthy, that like what, not rich, wealthy. They had people who lived in their house who, like, one person was a laundress. I live here just so I can do all of their laundry. Another person lives there. I take care of one of their kids. They have a babysitter for each one of the kids. I mean, this is real wealth. There's like side houses for their help. They need a golf cart to get around their stuff, right?
Mhm.
This is a little further up. This is New Haven, which I guess is very, very popular. But all there is there is Yale, which we might know, and these pizzerias that make it to the top. I think 10, but let's call it the top 100 list of the world. We're talking including Italy, including New York, including everywhere that Italians have landed and made their pizzas, right? But these, like, 5 of them in New Haven come up every time. And so it's considered 5 of the most amazing pizzas in all of the world. So what do? It's our 4-year anniversary, me and Xerxes, and we want to make it as simple as possible. These excursions where it's like, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do this. We're going to drive as close as we can to where it makes sense to get a hotel. Just because I want to be in a hotel, I want to throw towels on the floor. So Connecticut, we're gonna do as little as possible. We have to eat. Okay, we're making it pizza themed, and we're gonna bike there because we can bring our bike if it's in the car. Fantastic. Now, everything's great. The pizza's great. I think it's a little too much to constantly order a whole pie of pizza. And so now we have all we can do is eat pizza. You can't order by the slice. We order a whole pie. We eat a couple. And then we came home with like 3 boxes of pizza. We're still eating pizza today. And it's just,
it's just as good.
Yeah, it's good pizza. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to drive to Connecticut because Joe's is like a couple miles from here. But if you're coming from anywhere else around the US, yeah, it's great pizza. You can come there or New York City. We have a couple of other things going on because I don't know what else people are doing other than eating pizza in New Haven. We looked around, everything else was closed. Now, we're going, we pull over to check the map because we're riding to some other part of New Haven. And this guy pulls up next to us in a car and goes, "Hey, you guys know New Haven well?" And we're like, "No." We thought he was going to ask us for directions or something. He goes, "Okay, be careful just where you're heading over there," and pulls away. Who does that? Is that a prank? Is that what you do to visitors when they're right by a bridge? Be careful going over there. Be careful of what? My pocket, my vagina, like what? Well, I was like, well, what could that mean? And Xerxes goes, it probably just means they're black people. Turns out they're black people.
Okay.
Maybe it's like slightly poorer part of town, but we didn't see anything that we needed to be careful about. Now, that's bold. I don't live there. I don't know anything about it. So if a resident says be careful over there, you don't want to be an idiot. But at the same time, what do you do with that information? You're in a city you don't know. What seems like a local says, "Hey, you don't know around here, right?" Like, he can tell that we don't know where we are. Be careful over there in New Haven, Connecticut.
I've never gone to a separate state for any food. So I'd turn right around, come back to New York. Be like, okay, I believe you. People are even worse than we know. When this guy Brian is making up about 50%, there's another quarter out there not voting, but they're on our side and the other 50. First of all, if our side seems like the good side, our side seems about
everyone's going to say that, right?
Okay, but ours seems to me it's a quality of health. It's taking care of the lesser person. Understanding different people have it tough. Those people probably, I would think, care a little more than somebody whose goal is we need more guns. I would think those people would show up to vote more so. My point is, the ones we don't know about, it's actually worse, Brian.
Again,
it's actually worse.
That's quite the
math. There's bootstraps. In the end, we got to look out for ourselves. Those people would vote less, I would think.
I don't know. I think people would vote.
There's no way to know. There's no way to know. But erring on the side of hoping, I don't know if it helps you sleep. I mean, who gives a shit? They're not voting, so who cares?
The last elections were so close that we had to wait for recount, for more counts.
These elections are 50-50. That means 50-50. It's not, there's not idios. There wasn't fine tuning and Trump started getting some votes. It was, who his people were, and what percent that is.
I mean,
it's
what
50.
What percent listen to Fox News? We know what happens when somebody leaves that on all day.
Well.
Also, everybody thinks that they're on the right side. I know that it sounds like we're on the right side because we're like, well, we care about people and them getting health care.
Maybe we're on the wrong side. Maybe no to health care. Maybe more guns. Maybe transgender. Where the fuck was this all my life? You know what? Maybe that's the good side. How about moms and dads and kids? And by moms and dads, I mean moms and dads. Why isn't that? That seems like the good side. Now, it's okay to say one side. I'm not playing dumb. We all have our opinions. You're not getting me to do that.
I'm saying that we all think we're right. Everyone can justify their side.
Sure. And some people are us and they're wrong. And it's actually more them. And you don't want to wake them up. That's the thing.
By the way, do you still do this thing? Because I do it. Like we
hate people.
We were in Connecticut and I'm like, can I live here? Yeah, and now Zillow is right in your hand. And it's like, why is this 3-bedroom $100,000? What? How close are, like, if I threw a rock, can I hit New York City? How often do I want to commute to New York City when it's 2 hours?
Right.
Is this different than, should I just go to Mexico? If you're going to move 2 hours away, you might as well move to Mexico. At least it's warm. That's what I'm doing the whole time.
I think about that wherever I'm at and then quickly I go, oh, because I don't know the neighbors yet. So I'm like, forget it. I'll stay the devil that I do know.
Well, at the end, I'm just like, well, I haven't seen anything but pizza, meaning this whole area is college and pizza. And that's the end of it with culture. What else do you go see? You probably see recitals from Yale students, and that's it. I didn't see any flyers for anything. I didn't see any options for anything. The only thing I could say is we came into the hotel and I'm like, this hotel is so nice. And it was like the cheapest one in the town area. This hotel is so nice. Everyone's so nice. And I realized it's because the last couple of times we went to a hotel proper in the area, we went to New Jersey, to Atlantic City. There was literal shit in the stairwell. Mm-hmm. There was a roach in the hallway outside of the hotel door. And I'm like, oh, I'm comparing this to Atlantic City, the most disgusting place, no matter what hotel. So of course, this woman who, as soon, like when we walk in, is like, hi, welcome. I'm like, she's welcoming us. She sees us and acknowledges it. This is amazing. Yeah. So happy anniversary to us. The other thing that happened this weekend is I got the best possible laugh of my life from a customer service rep. And I started off pissed. And she's trying to get my name in the beginning. It's like, okay, is it Kamad? I'm like, can we stop with the name? Don't worry about what my name is. Okay, right. Can we move on? And she's like, okay. And I'm like, Hamda, don't be a bitch to her. Don't be a bitch. She's doing her job. But I really was like 5 minutes of like, what is it again? Can you spell it again? I'm like, if you have my information, let's move on with my name.
Kenda's like so the Rock, but to herself. It doesn't matter what my name is.
Yes, but quietly and just all sad. Like, I can't believe I'm on the phone with customer service again. Anyway, so this woman is from Nashville. She said it right away. And the last few people that we had been dealing with were obviously from the Philippines. And so, okay, she speaks more English. Maybe this will happen where we're putting out what's your EIN number for the phone? What's this number? And she goes, wow, all of these numbers that the last customer service people that you've been dealing with have been putting in wrong. The EIN number's wrong, this other number's wrong. And I'm like, holy shit. First of all, you're telling on each other. You're all part of AT&T. As far as I'm concerned, you're all one people. So you're telling me you did it wrong. But okay. I'm like, and then she goes, oh, that's another wrong number. And I'm like, okay. And finally, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to say it. I go, well, maybe the word 8 means 2 in the Philippines. And she's like, oh my. Oh my. Oh. Oh my. And then I'm like giggling because she's literally like, that's funny. And she laughs for a minute. And the whole time she's trying not to laugh until halfway through, she's like, fuck it, I'm laughing. And she rolled. She's like, that's so funny. And then she wants to take it back, but it's too late. She already said, and I'm so thrilled for myself. Thank you, everyone.
You know who that reminds me of? Julia Schechter. That's a fun Keith and Girl show she was on, by the way, if you want to check that out in your VIP package, where she reads our fortunes. And
our tarot,
but
wait, not tarot, our astrology.
Not tarot, our astrology of our futures, right? So, oh my goodness. So, she's not
accurate.
Yeah, so right, very important. So, she's looking to this stuff, and then she would see something bad, but not really want to say it. And like, your relationship is good, and Keith, you know, so yours is good too. And I'm like, but it's not good like the other one, right? She's like, well, you know, I didn't say that. And, you know, but yeah, it's that like, they're like, something like, it's not 100% nice.
Oh, see, I want to hear if you're looking at it and you're already telling me things, just say it. When the good things don't happen, I'm not going to come after you either. By the way, Sadia is saying Hamda is the cutest 47-year-old in the world. I think that's a compliment, and I'm going to take it that way.
Because she knows I'm older, that's why. I had my duck. I told you about my duck excitement when I went to a store, and what would normally like $16 in duck, they mislabeled it like $1 each. I grabbed about 6 of them. Went to the front.
I like that you called it a bank error in your favor.
Bank error in my favor, and I gave one of the ducks to the cashier, and he looked at it kind of funny, like, I don't know what meat is, but this shouldn't be $1, right? But then he went with it, and then I went, okay, great. Here's 5 more. Today I made my first duck, and pretty good. I made a little marinade, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, sea salt, mustard, salt, pepper, parsley flakes, honey. Put that on those bad boys right in the deep fryer. Not in the deep fryer, excuse me, the air fryer, right in the air fryer. You're laughing, but people, that's normally how they do it. Actually, they deep fry the duck.
No, I understand it. It's just Mike G said, I hope Keith cooked the duck in the microwave.
Well, that's silly goose. But you could Google how to cook steak in microwave, and it's possible to come out good. So grow up, everybody. Everybody's a pussy when it comes to cooking. You know, Craig just said to me, your place.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't mean to get so real, everybody. Is everybody okay? Because it's not everybody. It might not even be 50%. But it's the majority of sissies.
Do we want to talk about expiration dates when it comes to...
It doesn't mean shit in my mouth. It means your chicken can be a little pink.
No, your chicken cannot be pink.
Well, now you know you can, because I told you, and you can Google it and verify it. So now you guys know.
Chicken?
Hemda, you don't even know that a bodysuit will keep you afloat. You're still in denial about that. You got to trust me on some things. Yes, chicken can be a little pink.
Chicken cannot be a little pink.
Okay, it can though.
No, pork could be a little pink.
I think I know what foods are.
Meaning you're having medium rare chicken.
Is that what I said? Or did I say a little pink?
Pink meaning it's not fully cooked.
You're not invited to my duck party. So anyway, I'm eating the duck. Fucking delicious. Thank you. Everything can be, your turkey can be a little pink. It's okay, everybody.
Why would your turkey be pink?
Just a little bit, not
where would it be pink? Your turkey, where? In the center, medium rare. What temperature is that?
Who cares? You're gonna be
Oh, don't you?
You're
Don't
eating
you?
pizza
Don't
that's
act
now
like you're fake.
cardboard, and you're Rachel Raying me.
What do you mean chicken that's cardboard? How
I
did
mean
you
pizza.
decide?
You're eating pizza that's cardboard.
I don't know how you decided that. I don't know. People in the chat are saying it cannot be pink. Chicken cannot be pink.
Let's Google.
Let's
Here we go.
Google. Okay.
Can chicken
And
be
Mike
pink?
G. Oh my God, no pink chicken. Are you sure you're not talking about duck? I don't know how duck is cooked. I don't eat duck.
As long as all parts of the chicken have reached the minimum temperature of 165, it's safe to eat. Color does not indicate doneness. Even fully cooked poultry can sometimes show a pinkish tinge in the meat and juices. Thank you. I guess you're better than the CDC. Well, does the other 50%?
To say it could be pink.
Yeah, that made it sound like medium rare.
No, but
that your chicken wouldn't be cooked. I wouldn't know the difference because I said pink.
So you would cook the chicken and the center is pink and you just feel comfortable eating it.
I have eaten chicken that was pink and I ate it just fine.
Who cooked this pink chicken?
Johnny. But it was the second
shift.
Was
it you or someone else?
My turkey has been pink.
Your full turkey, or how do you?
I don't know what that means.
Like,
I don't know what it means.
A full turkey or just a breast? That's what it means.
A full turkey. You know my turkey. My turkey is world renowned.
Okay, so your full turkey. Your full turkey. Yes, there are pink parts to the turkey.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
Are we talking about it?
Yeah, we're talking about all pink. We're talking about putty pink, Kemda. We're talking about Crayola crayon, neon.
Does a chicken have to be cooked through, Keith?
You know what I just wrote? Somebody wrote that and you're acting like it was just you, so I didn't yell at him.
I'm not gonna act like it's me. Does a chicken need to be cooked through?
Oh my God. I'm not even gonna answer it.
You're not gonna answer it.
No.
All right. I'm gonna say
silly.
Yes, it does.
It's silly.
I'm gonna say yes, it does.
Is that what you're gonna say? You're gonna say like you should properly cook meat. Do you think
Keith
all meat or some meat not be cooked properly?
His chicken medium rare. And he refuses to answer. So this is where we're leaving it. Medium rare chicken for Keith.
Okay. All right. Guess what?
When
it's
you're
delicious.
having dinner with Keith, ask him what temperature he wants his chicken.
Yeah. Like everybody else knows, they go, I'm a 172 kind of guy.
You know what? Don't be one of those people who say medium rare. You know that doesn't exist, right? It's either medium or medium rare chicken. You just order it the way it's right, so you don't look like an idiot. Medium or medium rare chicken, but not both.
You've ever said medium or medium rare chicken at a restaurant? Ever?
No, because chicken has to be cooked. That's it. There's no temperature. It's cooked.
Why are you acting like you don't? I'm saying, why are you acting like you're saying? See, how's we gonna have world peace? Me and she deliberately won't let her understand what I mean by pink. You really don't know what I mean by pink.
I am empathetic, and there's never going to be world peace.
Cook meat?
Never.
Does Keith need to cook meat? She says.
I don't know, sir.
You don't know.
Are you gonna say it, or are you just gonna leave it?
Why didn't what?
Medium or medium rare? Cooked all the way through?
Yes, you have to cook all the meat.
Okay, you answered it.
Oh my God.
Thoughts and prayers to Keith's digestive system. Thank you, Sadia.
Jesus Christ. Jerry Springer passed away, uncooked turkey. 79 years old.
Wait, sorry, who?
Jerry Springer died, 79 years old.
He's not dead yet?
He is.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. You know, I saw it on mute. You know, when you go into places, they have the TV and it's on mute and they have the words. And Jerry Springer, I see him as like a gossipy motherfucker, a person who uses the people's worst times against them for entertainment. That's fine. That is entertainment. Everybody's yelling his name. But I did not want to listen to any of the Let's Remember Jerry, because I was like, if they say what a great what do you call it? I don't even know the
Jerry's ability to connect with people was at the heart of his success.
Okay. See,
they connected their face to their fist and the shoe to someone else's nuts.
No, that's not what he did. He wasn't a reporter of news. He wasn't, a caretaker of human beings. He had an animal house and people went nuts, and they knew they can go nuts, and that's why he had more and more security.
Me and Adam used to watch Jerry Springer, and it was so good. And then they got, a little attention, negative attention for having all these fights. And I don't know if it's a legal thing or not, because they did go with less fights, and it was horrible. And then there was a moment where they brought back the fights, and it was great again. And then eventually they stopped again. I kind of feel like it's a legal issue somehow. And then the show got canceled.
Well, it was more fights than WWE, because they're at least, choreographing this. This is just at some point, the only choreography is at some point, I'm going to lunge at you.
He, of course, he was mayor of Cincinnati for a year. He got caught paying off prostitutes with checks. Idiot. $50 here, $25 there. It doesn't sound like a tipper, by the way. Those sound like round numbers that the woman said.
That's when you should be disappointed in the person the most. Right. Get your hookers, but first of all, why are you paying $25 and $50? You're Jerry Springer.
And he wrote on the check for sexual relations.
Right.
Okay. Jerry Springer's show was on for 27 years. Holy cow.
That says more about America. Hey, who's the guy, 47-year-old that wrote in?
Brian.
Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer, how many years? 27 years of Jerry Springer. That's America, okay? That's the representation that we have. That's what the world thinks of us.
The show went off the air in 2018, but Springer then created a courtroom show, Judge Jerry, which ran for 3 seasons. Yeah, you can't do that. They're going to be on their separate sides of the court. They can't fight. I brought people together in a courtroom. That's how I brought people together. The final TV appearance that he ever made was last season's The Masked Singer. He was the Beatle, and he sung to Frank Sinatra.
Whatever. Okay. It is what it is. You know what I mean? He entertained a lot of people, but come on. It was the worst form of wrestling.
Well, God's something to something, so good for him. I see here there's a Barbie movie is coming out. You may have seen ads for that. And Barbie has put out a brand new Barbie, a Down syndrome Barbie.
Okay.
What 50% you think is upset by that? Pro-vax or anti-vax? Just guess. Just a guess.
The ones who think they don't have Down syndrome.
Right. Barbie manufacturer Mattel announced its first ever doll with Down syndrome as the brand seeks to expand the doll's diversity and representation. I got a feeling it's not going to be in the movie, though. That's my guess. Well, how
can you tell the Barbie has Down syndrome?
Like you melt the face a little bit.
We're good.
Oh, okay. So they just take a regular Barbie and call it Down syndrome Barbie. You would like that better.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do. Like what?
That's what they're doing. This? They fuck up a face.
Okay.
Not fuck it up. They make it better. Ellie Goldstein is the model that's showing off this doll. As the most diverse doll line on the market, Barbie plays an important role in the child's early experiences, and we are dedicated to doing our part to counter social stigma through play.
Yeah, we're dedicating so that you guys keep buying it. Oh, there's one of you? Okay, we'll make one of you.
Our goal is to enable all children to see themselves in Barbie, while also encouraging children to play with dolls who do not look like themselves. The toy makers consulted the National Down Syndrome Society during this design process.
Why is Barbie still a thing? Why is it still Barbie? Why? Why do you have to have a Barbie? People with kids, is it still Barbie? Does it really matter? Is it not Disney characters? What's the connection with Barbie? When they go to the store, they go directly to Barbie, or how? How is Barbie still a thing?
Kid Rock says he's breaking all his Barbies. Oh, well.
He's frantically adding a dick to all the male Barbies. You can't be a dude without a dick.
Do you remember there's going to be a law, and I never knew how they would enforce it, but there's supposed to be a law that stopped clickbait when a headline is attention-seeking, but obviously a lie, or a lie after you read the article. I just saw one of these. This person should be put in jail. We're conjoined twins and share a vagina, but only one of us has a boyfriend. Like, well, that's interesting. Then I read later in the news story that she's not fucking the boyfriend. I'm like, well, then don't write the word vagina.
Oh, so one of them is dating someone, but neither one of them is sleeping with them.
Right. So what's the big deal then?
Okay.
I'm allowed to date people like that, you know. Conjoined twins, 22-year-old Lupita and Carmen. They were born in Mexico, grew up in Connecticut. They share a pelvis, a reproductive system, a liver, and a bloodstream. They each have one leg. Carmen controls the right one and says, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Well, who thought that? One seat on a plane must be nice. They explain that they have never tried to have a surgery that would separate them because it could be fatal for one or even both of them. What do you think? You think you'd try to beg, let's get the surgery anyway, and we'll flip a coin?
No, I don't think the surgery is ready, and they know that. You don't ask for a surgery that a surgeon doesn't think he can do, like they're pretty full of themselves, they would say. Even if they can get close, they would love to experiment, right?
Carmen has a boyfriend named Daniel. Lupita is asexual. I wonder if she masturbates. And like Lupita's like, I'm sleeping here. Right? Because you'd feel everything the same in the vagina. It's not all in the brain.
You do because they share it, yeah.
Right?
Well, what does that mean? So, wow.
If she is having sex, does she get upset if like there's a smile on the other one's face? Are you enjoying this? It's my vagina now. Right? That'd be interesting.
And it's interesting, like how even regular stuff, right? Like us on our own with just us with our body, and we have to pee, and we go, oh, I'll pee in a minute. Now you got two different brains. Like one is like, no, I like to pee as soon as I feel like I need to pee. And it's like, no, then we'll be in the bathroom all day. And now this argument of when do we pee? When we super have to go or now?
How about one sleeping, the other one's having sex. The other one's like, I hear you're supposed to pee after you have sex so you don't get a UTI. So you have to wake up your sister. And your sister's like, why do we have to pee right now? Oh, was I getting fucked?
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Can one be sleeping and one not? Because they don't share a head, but they share the body.
Yeah, one could sleep and one not. Yes. I read something like that I'll get to. Yes.
Wow.
Carmen met her boyfriend on the dating app Hinge. He set himself apart by not asking her a question about being a conjoined twin to start off the conversation. That's the move. Act like you don't give a fuck. You don't give a shit. I went on a date once. She goes, I'm a transgender person. I said, I don't give a fuck. There's such a turn on. I have to assume that it didn't work out for other reasons, I'm guessing. Even though she and Daniel are dating, Carmen said they are not sexually intimate with each other. She described their bond as more of a close friendship. But we wrote dating because we're assholes. The two have talked about getting engaged in the future, but they want to live together first. Yeah, I guess you could. Can you ask, like, do you eat like two people? Like, you got to know that on the first date. Is anyone joining us? Daniel and I love kids, but we don't want any of our own. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's good for the partner that doesn't necessarily want to be pregnant, the sister. I like being a dog mom. Lupita and I can't get pregnant. We have endometriosis, and we're also on hormone blockers that prevents us from menstruating. But you still have periods, though, right? Do they still have 2 periods?
No, because it prevents them from menstruating, and also they would only have one because they share one uterus.
Oh, so they don't get. Would you still get the cramps?
Yeah, because they share that part of their body. That part is one.
Although Lupita isn't dating Daniel, Carmen says the two get along really well. That'd be some if one of them hated the other. It's funny because here's your question. It's funny because I stay up later than Lupita, but when Daniel sleeps over, I fall asleep quickly and he stays up talking with her. She continued, sometimes I feel bad because I want to spend so much time with Daniel, so we try to come up with compromises, like Lupita will choose where to go out for dinner or what activity we're going to do. That's fair. I mean, we're going to be making out and shit, so I guess you can pick the sandwiches.
Yeah, that's really nice. You have to compromise your whole life.
Yes.
Let's learn how to crawl. No, not yet. I just want to lay here,
We're going to try butt stuff tonight. The two both went to work in a veterinary. Yeah, you have to ask everything,
Yeah.
And do you say it to your girl? If you are going to have sex, do you say to your girlfriend, like, hey, I'm going to try something new? Yeah, you have to run everything by. Like, You don't just flow into ask stuff. You gotta ask the partner. Do you have the sisters say, hey, here's what I was thinking. You run it by her. Or while you're there, do I talk to her directly? Sometimes I don't know if I'm supposed to look them in the eye.
See, I think they got practice with the pee thing. I think we don't realize how much this is an every second thing.
The two both want to work in the veterinarian industry. Well, that's good. Picture like one wants to be a chef. Lupedia has hopes of becoming a comedy writer as well. Okay. I wonder, like, work insurance. It's like we can only put insurance on half of you. You know that. When you walk in, you hired her. You walk in, it looks like she's sleeping, and then the other side goes, "No, this is who you hired. That's my sister. It's okay if she sleeps." And then they can actually work together and trade off sometimes.
I guess again, we're not there. Like, you have to have the same hours, the same work, because you have to be right next to each other. What if one of them wanted to be a chef and the other wanted to be a vet? That would be a really weird restaurant.
The two can also feel each other's feelings literally. Oh boy. I can feel when Carmen is anxious or about to cry, says Lupita. It's that same stomach drop. So she would know. First of all, how do you get into, are their personalities so different that you're into one and not the other? Like, I don't even find the other one attractive. I mean, I find it, you're attractive, but your exact fucking twin so much that it's literally part of you. It really doesn't do it for me at all. Got to be honest.
I don't know. They and it's not like they have a different story to share. Like, oh, this person, rebelled more in their teens. This person, because you had to come rebel with me. What if I had a conjoined twin and she didn't want to go to Limelight? I'd be so upset.
I don't know what on one of those. I think it was with Newsy. And we were talking about stuff we did in school for some reason. I don't know. And it made me look up Somerset Area High School in Pennsylvania, where I went. And I happened to see that my science teacher was fucking children.
What?
Yeah.
Which science? Like, what do you
young, like 8 years old or so. And I remember this. I think this was the guy that would you collected leaves and stuff. We'd always convince him to do class outside. He was the fun teacher.
Wait, this is in high school?
I think younger.
No.
Yeah. He taught 8th grade, I'm seeing here. He got 7 years in state prison. I don't know how he's still alive, but okay. 7 years in state prison, followed by 3 years of probation after a jury found him guilty of corruption of minors.
Wow, to actually be convicted. Wow.
Yeah. He has like a chubby, cute face. You'd feel comfortable, like, oh, this isn't a hard on. But he was literally.
Wow. Oh my God. Boys, girls, did it matter?
It looks like girls. Definitely one is what got him in trouble. School officials at the highest level failed this student and created a hostile environment in which Shaffer could exploit with impunity. Stephen Shaffer, 63. 63 at the time of this. That was 2016 is this article. Shaffer's open.
Wait, he was the same age as you. What? How long ago? Say again. 16.
Let's see, 63 in 2016.
2016. That's 7 years ago. That's 50. Okay. Wow. Only 8 years. I see. You did say that. Thank you.
Shaffer's open and notorious behavior went unchecked for years. Emboldened by the district's inaction, this predator stalked and sexually abused a 14-year-old child, robbing her of any innocence that many of us take for granted. Aside from years of Shaffer's manipulation, mental and physical abuse, the victim continues to suffer from the catastrophic consequences of the district's inaction. The lawsuit says Shaffer first met the victim at a junior high dance and eventually told her to sit in on classes in the planetarium, a dark and windowless room where he touched her inappropriately as he taught.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The victim said Shaffer forced himself on her later that same year when she was invited to watch movies with his children, ignoring her requests for him to stop. Shaffer insisted, "Oh, you're going to love it. I know you're going to like it." When the victim expressed concerns about pregnancy, I don't want to brag, but we taught that in our school.
Oh
The
my
lawsuit
God.
says Shaffer The lawsuit says Shaffer masturbated in a science classroom during school hours and placed his semen on a microscope slide to support his claim when he was sterile, that he was sterile.
Oh my God. What?
See, nothing's moving, see? The lawsuit also alleges former administrators and teachers knew about this behavior.
What is that? Like, elaborate on that. That should be the whole article. What does that mean?
One teacher, I want names, one teacher described Shaffer as acting, quote, like a teenager in love with the victim at a school car wash. You pussy, do something about it. While another said there is no policy in place to report suspected sexual abuse because of the district's culture of, quote, just not wanting to know. We have police.
What do you
This
mean
is like some
suspected?
Sandusky bullshit. Well, I think I left a voice message on the boss's phone. That's all. What can I do?
It doesn't seem like anyone saw anything. It seemed like they were like, what is this?
But I mean, one saying looked like a teenager in love with the victim at a school car wash. And if you know, and your principal's not doing anything about it, I don't know, maybe a baseball bat to this guy's house. If you know you're right, you can make it pretty fucking clear. Despite citing numerous occasions dating back to 1991, I would have been in 11th grade, in which Shaffer's conduct was questioned by parents, teachers, or administrators. I don't know if my parents knew. You like to hope not. The lawsuit says prior school officials did not discipline, suspend, or terminate him.
What? Come on. That's so vague. What did they say when you were in high school?
Right.
That was 30 years ago. What happened 30 years ago? Who said what?
As a result of the abuse, the victim eventually withdrew from the school to seek treatment for depression and a severe eating disorder that left her at 85 pounds. But Shaffer continued to write her love notes after she returned in 2003.
He was still there.
Yeah. A 2004 letter from former district administrators addressed sexual harassment claims from 4 other female junior high students, after which Shaffer was given a 3-day suspension.
Oh my fucking God. Did His Holiness ask about his tongue or no? Like what?
We're going to give you a 3-day suspension. Try to jerk out all these thoughts, okay? And then we'll see you fresh in the morning.
What did they give him 3 days suspension for?
Right.
Like, what's the suspension for? People talking about you? What is that?
Right. Lots going on now. And then when you come back on that 4th day, are you like, hey guys, it's me calling the school. I'm going to pick up some coffee. Anybody want some? Like, does he walk in the teacher's lounge like, hey, that was a crazy 3 fucking days. Yeah, I saw you at the car wash was weird. I know, right? The whole thing's fucking weird.
Wouldn't you stop at least in that school? Just because like the heat's on for like fucking 5, even drug dealers know the heat's on, you lay low for a little minute.
I guess you don't. I guess you're not. I would be so scared. But
yeah, right.
But yeah, after 3 days, you never see me again. Then 3 days.
Right.
I changed my name. I'm in another country.
Right. That's the beginning. That was the nicest version of what's gonna happen.
I live in Connecticut now. And then as soon as somebody says, hey, up ahead is a little dangerous, I go to another place. Judge Gregory Gary ordered, I know him. He ran the roller skating rink also. Ordered in 2015 that Shaffer would not have to register as a sexually violent predator because his convictions were exempt from the definition of a sexually violent offense. So I guess it wasn't, as you know, I mean, that's a simple town, and it's not violence as you would know. It's not Jerry Springer violence.
So what did he get 7 years for?
I was a fucking kid.
No, but like non-sexual version of something?
Non-violence. Non-violence.
Wait, you can be a sexual predator not violently?
That's what they're saying, yes.
What does violence mean?
She didn't fight. So you didn't have to fight.
Wait, you're not a sexual predator if you don't hit someone? You just have to hit them.
You're not a violent sexual predator. You're not a violent.
What did your penis do? Was that not violent?
Right.
What'd your hands do? What's not violent about rape? What, he gently raped her? What is your fucking town?
Somerset, Pennsylvania. 7 years in the state prison. The science teacher was found guilty by a jury of corruption of minors, endangering the welfare of children. Corruption of minors. Does that mean booze? Because I guess fucking's corruption.
He's not getting sexual charges. Keep reading. So far, it's not sexual.
Endangering the welfare of children, and 2 counts of indecent assault.
Indecent assault. So that does that mean sexual?
I guess.
And
Well, I guess not compared.
But assault isn't what's the word we're not using here?
Well, he was acquitted.
Assault?
Acquitted of rape, statutory sexual assault, indecent exposure, and a 2nd count of corruption of minors. Then what did he do? This is a miscarriage of justice. 7 years.
Right. I would fight this. What did I do?
You might as well. Shaffer was accused of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl, 8th grade. Now, let's see, 22
Wait,
at the time.
sexual assault is not violent?
Not necessarily, it sounds like, but it sounds like he passed sexual assault anyways, also as well.
I'm sorry. We need to look up sexual assault. This is fucking. What is sexual assault? This is great. This is what we need.
Well, look up the difference.
Help is available. 800-656-4673. What is sexual? Attempted rape, fondling, and unwanted sexual touching, forcing a victim to perform sexual acts such as oral sex or penetrating the. It goes on.
He was accused of raping the girl a month later at his Somerset home, where she was a babysitter. Oh, so he was their babysitter.
He was their babysitter.
Yeah. She was the babysitter. He was watching, even though he was there, she was the babysitter. She was watching his kids.
Holy shit. Does he have a partner?
I don't know that.
It doesn't sound like it.
Doesn't sound like it, right?
Because they'd be like, and his partner was here, there, or wherever.
Very often, the lawyer said, very often today's climate, after he got 7 years, if a man is accused of a sex crime, he is ipso facto guilty. Today, Stephen Shaffer was sentenced to 4 misdemeanors. Under the circumstances, that's an understandable outcome. So he's saying, no, he shouldn't have got anything. But because we take this shit, we jump to conclusions. I'm surprised he only got 7 years. So God bless.
Oh my God, your fucking town.
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, well, congrats. You left.
I left.
Yeah. I think high recommendation for leaving.
These are and this is one of those towns, that they don't take bullshit.
Right.
They don't there's no reasons for transgender this, transgender that. Pull yourself out from your bootstraps. We're all going to be millions there eventually. But working in the coal mine. So where's your baseball bat now, pussies?
Holy shit. Do you ever watch the show Shameless?
I tried.
Okay, so at a certain point, I'm assuming you didn't get there. There's somebody who is a sex offender moves in, and the one of the teenagers is like, "Let me see if this is real." And I might be getting this wrong, but anyway, she really was. She was like, "Oh, let me teach you how to kiss," sort of thing. It was like, whoa, what a depiction of this, right? And he gets a picture of them kissing and stuff. And then, but he has a girlfriend. The girlfriend finds it. She comes to the house with a baseball bat. The teacher opens the door and she goes, "Hi, you see these guys over here?" And there were like 2-3 guys digging in her front yard. She's like, "You have tonight to pack up. If you're still here in the morning, that's the hole you're going in. See you later."
Okay.
The woman left. She just bought the house and the woman was gone by morning.
That's how it's done. What can I do? I whispered something to the assistant principal, but there's shit you can do. Oh, well. Let's go over what we talked about. We talked about this country may not be 50-50. Apparently, the people who don't vote are the best people. And the people that are fine with the status quo are actually the best people.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. I know why you're telling yourself that, so you just don't think it's a sick world. And yeah, sure, get to know your neighbor just fine, but it doesn't mean I get into an Uber and I start going, "Hey, Biden, huh? Looking good." Now that's a coin flip. That's a literal coin flip.
I think if you live in this country and are saying things like that and believing things like that, I think your world, like your bubble and we all live in a bubble, sounds like you're having a good life, that you have a lot to be
Right.
grateful for, that you don't live in fear like a lot of people do. And I get it. It doesn't have to be a daily fear, but I don't know. This country, man, it's not 75% on your side.
Maybe it's just places I lived. California, New York, Pennsylvania. Maybe, and wherever this guy lives, he should say.
Mm.
I don't mind giving up and moving somewhere else. Come on now. I'll see what you're all about. Doc, I ate it. I enjoy it. And you know what? Let it be out there. People wonder if I eat all my food raw. Fuck it. It's exciting. Jerry Springer passed at 79. What a great show when it was so violent. What a great show. Down syndrome Barbie. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, people with Down syndrome want to buy things too.
They right. May they?
Yeah.
wonder,
Can I please?
But then you're playing Barbie with your other friends, and is it weird that yours is the only one that's different, or is
No,
that good because that's the point?
They want to promote you playing with other people too, so you don't have to play with the one that looks like you. You can play with the one that doesn't look like you and be all inclusive. By the way, Mattel, where's Big Nose Barbie?
Well, easy. We'll do
Where's
everything
that?
else first. Can you imagine a Jewish Barbie? They have the candles and everything.
Jewish. See what happens? See what happens?
Oh,
I didn't say that.
This is why, because you can't even have that conversation nowadays.
Right. What is like wig and fucking yarmulke Barbie?
Well, that's what I said. I see these Kens. They don't have penises. I'm like, how about a big dick Ken? What am I supposed to be doing over here? Oh, well. This is a fascinating story about the woman with one vagina and two heads.
What Barbie did they have?
Yeah, what Barbie did? They got to like tape a Barbie together.
Well, Barbie doesn't have any vagina, so.
Oh, my God. You have to draw one. I used to draw them on my sister's Barbies. I would draw little vaginas.
That's pretty weird.
I like pink. All right, look, enough is enough, Hemda. Okay? Let's all grow up. KeithAndTheGirl.com/VIP. It's every show we've ever done. It's spin-off shows. We just did Bianca last week on Keith and the Girl, where we tell you the behind the scenes, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you take a look. All right.
And we got her jaw to drop on the behind the scenes. I don't know the behind the scenes. Super quick. Keith doesn't remember, but one of the Zoom sessions that we had, we didn't know the guest was in the room, and we were talking about.
Yeah. Whoops. So take a listen. Click like wherever you see this stuff, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.